What is up, you guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I said I would do a review of an eyeshadow palette. I ordered this eyeshadow palette about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it arrived yesterday and I was so excited when it arrived. It's the Stone Cold Fox palette from Colourpop. I decided that I would just do the eye tutorial first before I kind of talk about this so I can kind of see what I think of the eyeshadows that I've already used before I give you like my full review. But obviously this is like a first impressions. I've never used this product before, but I've decided that instead of my hits and misses of the month, I'm going to do like a ranking video at the end of the month, maybe talking about all the products I've tried this month because there's been a lot so far, and I'll be able to give you a bit more information in regards to this later on and the more that I use it. But this is an initial first impressions, obviously testing out what the eyeshadows are like. I'm also going to swatch all of these shadows. So if you guys are interested in my full review of the Stone Cold Fox palette, then definitely keep on watching. So first off, let's get a look at what the shadows look like on the inside, because I mean, isn't that what everybody's here for? The shades are absolutely gorgeous. This is described as a cool tone eyeshadow palette, which you can kind of see. There is an array of different shades, and you also have some mauve shades thrown in. I have seen this palette been compared to the Natasha Denona Glam palette. However, that doesn't have very many mauve shades in it. It's more so kind of focusing on the cool undertone eyeshadows. It also gives me Urban Decay Naked 2 vibes. Probably find a duplicate for every Urban Decay Naked palette eyeshadow in this. This eyeshadow palette retails for $34 on the website, and it does ship internationally. I had an awful lot of my followers, especially from the UK, saying that they can't get a hold of this. As far as I'm aware, they ship internationally. I had no problem getting this, and there was no customs or anything like that, because it was, I think, eventually after discount codes applied and with the conversions from dollars to euro, it ended up costing me maybe about €25, and I think I got like free shipping or something because it was over a certain amount of money. I'm not exactly 100% sure on how much I did pay for it, because like I said, with the discount codes in it and the conversion rate and everything, it ended up being cheaper. I had no issue getting it to Ireland. There's an option to ship to Ireland. The UK, I'm not really sure, but I can imagine it's the same thing since we're pretty close. You don't need a shipping service or anything like that to get Colourpop to Ireland. Again, I'm not 100% sure about the UK, but I didn't need any sort of shipping service or anything like that. It did take a bit of time because obviously coming from the US, so I wouldn't expect it in like 3 days. It took about 10 working days, which I was happy enough with. I'm just going to read what it is actually described as on the website. So there's 30 shades in it. It's a cool tone palette, everything you need and more, ultra cool mattes, glimmering metallic, everything you need to take your look from an everyday neutral to an ultimate dimensional glam. There is a few reviews. The majority of people gave it 5 stars. A lot of people said it's like their favorite, most frequent used palette. The only reason I did pick this palette up is because a subscriber said to me that it is the ultimate cool tone eyeshadow palette. Like, if you have this, you don't need anything else. You're kind of set for life. As I was going through my eyeshadow palette drawer, because as you know, I did a massive declutter a couple of months ago, I was like, I have nothing like this. I don't own any cool tone eyeshadow palettes. I threw out most of them. So I just want to have one. Let's be done with it. And to be fair, for the price, I am pretty impressed with it. Initially, straight off the bat, I really like it. I like the colors. I like the pigmentation. I do think that there is a little bit of kickback from some of the shadows. Tiny bit of fallout from some of the glittery shadows, particularly this one I use, which is called Sediments to Be. I had a little bit of issue with that falling down my face. The black is pretty intense. It shows up a little bit lighter with a brush, but you can build it up to that intensity. They are so pretty, the shadows, and they swatch really well, and they did apply to the eye really well. I actually loved how easy they were to blend. She was going crazy downstairs. There must be someone coming to the door. Postman. The shades blended out really well on the eye. I had no issues with skipping or any issues with like choppiness on the eye, nothing like that. They blended incredibly well. The shimmery shades showed up pretty well. The only issue I did have was some of them kind of like merged into one almost. So I used I Dig It and Sediments to Be on the eye, and they kind of did blend into one another, so I did have to go back in just to kind of distinguish them from one another. They're my only things that I actually took up from using this palette. Like I said, I feel like I get really romantic vibes from it. I get Urban Decay Naked 2 palette vibes. I get the Natasha Denona Glam palette vibes. There is an awful lot to be offered from this palette, especially when you think of how affordable it actually is. So I'm going to give some swatches at the end and then give my final thoughts on this palette. But right now, let's get into the eye tutorial. Okay, so I have nothing on my eyelids other than a little bit of tape that I just used to elongate my eyes. I think I'm going to go straight in with this color right here. It's just calling my name. I just really like that kind of gray color, and that is in the shade You Rock. So I'm going to pop that through my crease. Okay, so right off the bat, this gray is pretty decent. You're getting a lot of color payoff from it. There's no skipping on the eye, and it's quite easy to blend. I have nothing, like I said, on my eyelids. I have no primer or anything like that. I just don't use a primer anymore. If an eyeshadow's not holding up without a primer, it ain't something I want to get on board with. Well, I don't want to keep it too low. I'm going to bring it onto my eye socket bone so well. Like, that actually literally blended like a dream in my eye. It was really, really quick to blend, really easy, and it just went on lovely. I quite like that color. I don't want it to be too gray, so I'm going to add in a little bit of brown here, which is just Fascinated. It's more of like a mink brown shade. I don't even know if this is doing anything. But I just kind of wanted to mix both the colors together. Yeah, I have no idea if that's done anything. But I like the shade that it's at, grey or not. We'll move on. Okay, so on this eye, I went in with the mink shade first and then the initial grey that I set down onto this eyelid. I feel like the mink shade, I needed a lot more of the product to actually build it up. So that is just something to note. It wasn't as pigmented as that grey shade, but I feel like I've achieved both the same kind of eye look, but I just wanted to see what that mink shade looked like by itself, and you definitely need to build it up a little bit more. I think I'm going to go in with a creamy white shade, so I'm going to take the shade Lux up here, which is a matte cream shade, and I'm going to pop that into the inner corner of my eye. I have no idea what I'm doing today with my eyes, so just bear with me. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner of my eye and onto the lid where that is incredibly pigmented and very, very starkly white. I didn't imagine that it would be that white because it did look cream. Okay, I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. I might just take a little bit of So Fine, which is this shimmery shade up here. And I think I'm going to pop that over the Luxe color that I put down because I just don't want it to be that stark. I want something kind of, because I don't want something really, really matte there. I wanted something with a teeny bit of shimmer. I'm going to apply that shimmery shade mixed with the white Luxe shade underneath my brow bone also. Okay, so I'm going to take the shade I Dig It, kind of like a sparkly silver taupey shade. Apply that onto the inner third of my eye. Oh, that's such a pretty color. Probably the chunkiest color I've used today. There's a little teeny tiny bit of fallout down my face, but that could be just my own bad. I might have picked up too much, but it's the first shadow that's had any fallout on my eye. Just when I was picking it up, there's a bit of kickback, but that just could be the type of shadow that it is. It's a more chunkier, glittery kind of shadow. I feel like there's a lot of paleness just going on the inner portion of my eye. So I'm going to take the shade Bold Type. It's again another kind of grey brown shade, but I'm just going to apply that in the inner portion, just into the crease, just to add a little bit of depth up there, because there is an awful lot of paleness going on. I'm going to go in with Sediment to Be, which is this shade here, out here. So I'm kind of going from like lightest to darkest. There is an awful lot of fallout from that shadow there. I don't know if you can see, it's just like all down my face. Nothing I can't clean up, but I don't really like getting fallout. Actually, I'm going to bring that the whole way out to the outer corner. So there's not really a whole lot of definition between this shade out here, Sediment to Be, and the shade I Dig It. I think that they've kind of like merged into one almost. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can see the definition on camera, but I kind of feel like they have. So I'm going to add, I think, something dark to the outer corner. And what could you go more dark than black? So the black is called Rock Bottom, and I'm just going to take it on this little pencil brush and apply it to the outer corner in circular motions. I don't want to take away too much of that last shade I applied down. It's not the most intense black, but it does the job. Like, it does show up on the eye, you can see that. Add some liner and lashes, and I'm going to finish the under eye area. I'm just going to take this pencil brush here and I'm going to go in with the shade Bold type, this brown here. I'm just going to apply that underneath the lower lash line. There's a bit of kickback from that shadow. I'm going to bring that from the inner to the outer corner. And then I'm going to go in with the black and just apply that to the outer corner. Again, I just want it really smoky under there. Those eyes are incredibly dark and sultry. I didn't think I'd go this dark. I'm going to apply some mascara just to the lower lashes. And then I think we're pretty much done with the eye look. I'm going to swatch from this way over every single line just to show you what each of the colours looks like. So we're going to start off here with So Fine. I'm just going to be swatching them on my arm. Next one is Trip. We've got Lux, Dreamful. Dreamful has slight shimmers in it, like actual particles of glitter. I Dig It and Mystery. So that's the first row there. Hope you can see those shadows. We got Stranger, Quarry Date, You Rock, Magnetic Moon, that's crazy pigmented, Enigma, and Ghost Town. That is what the second row looks like. Third row now, Stone Age, Hard Place, Sediment to Be, Rumour Mill, Baby Doll, and Genesis Sky. That is what the fourth row looks like. Those shades are really, really pretty. Fourth row, Gravity Hill, Truffles, Bold Type, Caving In, Fascinated, and For Granite. Those shades are gorgeous. I'm obsessed with them all. They all swatched really well. Onto the final row now. Play It Coal. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. I love that. Fickle Fate, Cult Classic, Rock Bottom, Drama Mama. I love the name of that. And Obsidian. So there you go, that's the final row. And those colours are so nice. The only one that didn't apply great was this one, but everything else looks so good. So I'm super happy with how easy the eyeshadows went on the eye, and you saw from the swatches some of these shadows are incredibly intense. They look gorgeous. I have absolutely no issues with this palette. This is my first Colourpop eyeshadow palette, and if they're all like this, then I would definitely recommend it for a beginner, because the ease of use of these palettes, the way that it blends out so easily on the eye, just the pigmentation that you get, it's not an overwhelming palette. Everything's very cohesive. You can think of about 1,000 looks to do with this eyeshadow palette. There is so much versatility with it, and I do think that Colourpop formulate really good eyeshadow, so I want to give a few more of their palettes a go. If you guys have any other recommendations, I was looking at the Bare Necessities, I think it is, but it is a warm tone eyeshadow palette. I kind of have like 10,000 of those in my collection, but if there's anything else that I need to pick up, you guys can let me know. I also do recommend this to somebody who doesn't have a cool tone eyeshadow palette in their collection, or likes this kind of romantic kind of vibe from it that I'm getting, or dark and sultry eyes, because you can achieve pretty much everything. Like it says, you can go from like a very natural eye look to a dark vampy kind of eye, and I really like that about this palette. I think it's worth the money. I give it 2 thumbs up. Like I said, I will have more of a review of it at the end of the month, so check out my February ranked video, which I think is a bit more helpful than a hits and misses video, because you can actually get like mini reviews of all the products I've tried this month. Do let me know if you tried the Stone Cold Fox palette, what you think of it, and I will see you all in my next video. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.